Hello, everyone, and welcome to the unboxing of our September 2023 Sam's Beadbox, a collaboration with this amazing human right here, Nealay
High five. And I guess, like, to you, Rachel.
Raise the roof.
How are you doing, Nealay?
I'm doing great, Sam and Rachel. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. It's nice and sunny here in California. It's gonna be. I'm worried it's gonna get hotter, but we're gonna try to survive.
It's cooled down in Oklahoma, and we're in the 70s. Well, we're in the upper 70s, mid 80s. So I'm no complaints because we went from like 100 degrees to that.
That is, yeah, we don't quite get that here. So I guess I have to be thankful more often then.
Yeah, you guys have it pretty good comparatively.
I think I am so inspired by how this box came together this month. It is just, it just reads Nealay in such a great way to me. And it's not shocking why. It's because we worked with you at every stage of conceptualizing and designing from this box, and I just think it came out so beautifully, and I'm excited to get to share it with everyone today. We've got Rachel here as well, who leads all things beadbox here at the shop.
Yeah, I agree. This was a super special box. Like, it just feels so unique and special and just like luxurious. And I'm excited just to see how people pair things together. I think people are going to make some really unexpected combinations.
Well, I'm just humbled that you guys chose to collaborate with me. And I feel like you guys are choosing names that are kind of big in the industry in general. And to be included as a name in that with the different box of the collections of boxes that you guys have developed at this point, it is quite an honor. And it was really nice to explore all the different paths that we went down to really narrow and hone what this theme meant for us.
Well, it's an honor to get to collaborate with you, Nealay. We look up to you so much in your design eye.
Ditto.
You're like a household name in our family. Like our aunt is obsessed with everything you designed. Like, because she reads all the emails and she always sees the Nealay designs, and she's just like, that Nealay, he has just got it.
And she was an art history professor, and like she's got an eye for design, and she's like, oh my God, his work.
Thank you. No, it's easy when you have the best materials to work with and the best curated products to choose from.
Yeah, I remember in Tucson, like picking up different green stones and showing them to you, as trying to gather what the true Nealay green is.
No, we really leaned into the green, and that's going to be the phrase for the evening. We're going to lean into the green.
Nealay green, because it's a very specific tone. I see probably 5 different stones, and they didn't all make the Nealay cut.
I know, yeah. No, we really had to kind of figure out and pinpoint exactly what that green was. And I think there's not one green that I enjoy that's kind of like in that same jewel tone family that are the greens. So like I can wear all the tones of greens and just be so happy. But what I loved was that we included different finishes of green, everything from stone to glass to matte. All the different textures and stuff to really make the box well-rounded. And I think that was one of the special facets for all of this too. It wasn't just a very monotone box. It was quite the collection of different things, but still worked beautifully cohesively together.
Absolutely. And we'll get to talk more about SilverSilk very soon because it's very integral to this box.
It is, yes.
Designs around it. But to get us into the feel of the box, would you share from our special little write-up about the box?
Sure. It was written for me, so I'm going to read it verbatim.
It was written in collaboration.
You guys are great about wordsmithing stuff
together. We interviewed you, and we just zhuzhed it up a little.
Love it. No, you guys, it's perfect. So it says, I love mid-century modern design for its clean lines, minimalist elements, bold colors, and organic influences. When I design, like to focus on geometric shapes and how they can mix different textures to create something that feels timeless. While it's no secret that I've got an affinity for jewel tone greens, because we're going to lean into the green, that was not part of the insert, but that's just a little add-on for you. I've got an affinity for the jewel tone. This box is also filled with mixed metallics, warm wood tones, and highlight that mid-century feel. The included SilverSilk pipe chain features a brown silicone tubing with a gorgeous knitted gold overlay, which, by the way, this is a warmer gold and not the, I guess, champagne gold. There are very particular differences, and I wanted to lean on that warm gold side of things. But anyways, more side notes. And overlay to match our palette. This box will be great for creating fall-inspired designs for your wardrobe. And be sure to share the creations in our Facebook groups individually. So I've got the SilverSilk Silkies, and of course Sam's Bead Shop Gem Chat. And do hashtag Sam's Beadbox September 2023. And then, of course, follow us on Instagram, Twitter. I don't know. Twitter
all the plugs
anymore.
So you might have caught from all that, because I don't even think we said the name of the box yet, but you might have picked up that this month's box is the mid-century style box. Yes, for September 2023. We are just... I mean, that's honestly one of my favorite like time periods of design, and it's one of yours as well, right?
Oh, with me or
Nealay? Yeah, for you as well, or all of you.
Yeah. The 1950s is such a beautiful era of really. It pushes the design. It pushed the design envelope, especially where architecture, furniture design, and all aspects of fashion. It was such a unique era to American history and globally too, that I think this was just such a small, great way to celebrate it, at least. And for me, there's so many aspects about mid-century that speak to how I live as a person. And so it was really fun to just throw out this theme to you guys, because we were trying to figure out what we even wanted to do and what describes me. And this was just such a great, fun exploration of that.
Yeah. I love that you describe it as elegant and timeless. I think that's such perfect descriptors for the
There's not a whole lot of things that can stand the test of time, but once you start to mix those foundational elements that are mid-century modern with more contemporary, thought processes or design or whatever, you just get some amazing timeless stuff that you can add to your wardrobe.
So we're going to
be great for the next 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah, I feel like anything you design with this box, you can wear for years to come, and think back to this collaboration. Absolutely, because we've actually gone to collaborate with Nealay on some pipe chains and flat meshes, both of which are product lines of SilverSilk. And this month is no different. We came up with like, what is our core pipe chain that goes perfectly with our box? So every single box for the very first time. Beautiful foot of SilverSilk pipe chain. This is a golden knitted wire over a brown rubber tube with about a 1 millimeter hole. And it's enough to make about 2 projects that Nealay has already come up with that we'll get to show you very soon.
Yeah, this was a great way to get it in people's hands that are that either new to SilverSilk, which I know you guys have for the bead boxes that are well accustomed to the beads, but this is such a different material to include altogether. But folks that are afraid to, try the SilverSilk and probably have seen it before, but now they get a little sample to play with. Expand their horizons, try something different. Follow the tutorials that we'll talk about later in the show, of course. But I'm elated that you guys included this little goodie.
I'm so glad we were able to make it happen.
And included with those are some open cordons that actually fit the pipe chain really nicely. These ones are in a yellow brass to kind of keep in line with that golden tone of the box. If you want to get the findings as well, Nealay sells an official end cap for or pipe chain, which you can get at silversilkonline.com. These ones we had manufactured for the box. They're slightly different, and they fit pretty well on our pipe chain here.
I love the color. Like you guys got the color to match seamlessly, and it really elevated the project to look a lot more expensive than, a $40 bead box, $50 bead box. So bravo.
Thank you. And by the way, all the extras to this box, everything we're about to go through, is actually now live on the Sam's Bead Shop app and website. I didn't even mention everything is live at this moment right now, including extras of the SilverSilk, the end caps. I think we do have end caps and any more finishes, Rachel?
Yeah, I don't have the examples with me, but yeah, there are 3 other platings as well that you can grab them in for these cord ends.
And we have such a cool line of Nealay's pipe chain on our site.
Oh,
you should check out while you're at it. We have come up with so many color combos over the last year together.
I know. I'm curious to see where we'll go, or if we'll end up with all the combinations at some point in time.
All the combinations.
We're hitting every possible combo.
All right, it's time to start rolling. We're just going to roll through all the beads so the palette can just come alive, starting with our stranded check glass selections. Rachel's first got the English cuts. This is the 10mm size English cut, 8-piece strand in emerald with a bronze hue. And then I'm just going to let Nealay do all the commentary on them because he was so integral in picking all these beads with us.
Well, what's funny is I didn't actually get to see these in person as much as just photos. And so my expectations obviously exceeded with the real stuff in hand. But this is absolutely a stunning English cut bead, and I have it here with me in person too that I'm looking at, that I'm drooling over. Sorry. But going with the bronze finish, especially in the gold tones of it, I just find the plating or the process of applying that bronze color on the green just magical. It's so sparkly without trying too hard.
This shape and this size has been one of my favorites for a long time, so I'm so glad we were able to include it. We haven't really been able to include 10mm English cuts. This might be a first.
No, this is our first time custom ordering this. And Nealay got to see a little behind the scenes of our process of, all right, we know we love a shape, but what's the perfect color? What's the perfect finish? And that's what's so cool, is getting to custom order these exactly how we want.
Yeah, we do this months in advance to let us get all these beads custom. So the next one is our check glass fire polish faceted round in emerald bronze. You might notice a theme. They match. They're in 6mm. That's a 25-piece strand.
Yeah, it was good to include both the 2 different sizes just for variety, but having that cohesion. But the cut isn't the same, which is kind of cool, One's a little bit longer and one's a little squattier.
And they should match pretty nicely because we picked the same glass type for them. Yeah. The next green of our stranded selections would be our imitation malachite. So this is actually a form of wood jasper that has been dyed green to have kind of the tone of malachite, which is a personal favorite of mine and a lovely green tone option that Nealay selected here. This is a 6 to 6.5mm smooth round 7-inch strand.
And
it's such a good match.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I really did think they were legit malachite.
I mean, they look beautiful.
Yeah, the color on them is pretty nice. And they have, because it's wood jasper, has some of that banding that you associate with malachite.
Yes. Yeah, that's special. And they're lightweight too. So you could really pack on these stones without feeling like you're weighed down by stones.
True. That's our first stranded selection. We also included wood in this box. That felt, if you think of mid-century modern furniture, you think of how beautiful the wood craftsmanship is. So we really tried to scat out from some beautiful wooden elements this month, which I believe is a first as well for the box, starting with these Wenji wood tubes. These are from the wood is from is an African wood. They are 8mm tubes, and you get a 7.5-inch strand here with that beautiful striation running through them.
I know, it's such a cool grain, and they're each so unique, the direction and color. I feel like this is just the bottom of a bed or something. These are the foot pieces.
Like the post. I think the cylinder shape is pretty awesome. One thing I wanted to mention, the addition of the wood was very just clever and awesome too, because This is, I would say, not one of the most feminine boxes. And so trying to do a little bit more masculine jewelry or making a jewelry for the guy in your life or whatever. It's such a great, I don't know, exploration of that as well. And so I kind of like rustic pieces. And so the addition of the wood is a great design element.
I'm going to throw Rachel for a loop and jump to our wood focal collection that goes beautifully with it.
Sure.
We picked out 4 different pieces of wood, of 4 different wood pendants. So everyone gets a lovely little blend, and also of shapes and tones. And like, I just love some of the ones that we were able to scout for this box. What do you think, Nealay?
Love it. In fact, I think I used one of them in the design tutorials that we're going to do later on. And the coins are my favorite because that's, I can easily decorate on top of that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone gets 2 of the coins, 1 of these long twists, and a diamond. But your colors may vary. We got a variety of these different types of wood staining, but they're also pretty.
Our last wood element is
they're all
actually
different too, and within the box, they're not the same exact one either. So it kind of feels a little more special.
And we actually have one more wood element as well. We have a Burmese rosewood, smooth round. This is a 14.5-inch strand. 8mm.
Here we go. I got to try to fit it all in my palm. I had to fold it in 4.
This is probably one of the most bursting boxes we've been able to do in a while. Like we were able to squeeze in so many beads, including this very long strand.
Which has a beautiful tone to it. This sort of slight like pinky red tone to it that I think, I don't know, it's a little unexpected. It's really fun. And it's a very long strand. So you can definitely easily, incorporate this into a necklace.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's so many projects you can make with this.
I know with that strand. Wood is nice for malas because it's lightweight and you need to have so many beads for a mala. Those are really nice to incorporate. If you mix with other 8mm stones, it'll drastically reduce the overall weight of your necklace.
Oh, I'm already loving like how this little selection is looking.
Talk about a Nealay box. Like it just screams Nealay to me.
I know, because I feel like you're all about bringing like unique textures and pieces together, and often very like bold geometric elements, and like I think we found that.
Yeah, definitely that. Great element. Well, we're still not even done yet. There's still
there's so much more.
But
I'll keep this moving then. So we've got our check gloss melon in dark amber, the silver, beautiful finish on it. They are 6mm and it's a 25-piece strand of beautiful check glass.
Yeah, and this is the start of more of our mixed metal. So we've got in kind of some gold so far on the SilverSilk. We have this bronze finish now. We're bringing some silver. There'll be some hematite later. So we're really playing with bringing all of those metallic tones together. We're not just choosing one.
Yeah, another metallic would be the bronze English cuts, which is our next strand. They're 3.5mm English cuts in a full bronze finish. And that strand Rachel's got there is a full 50-piece strand, and they just make perfect little spacers, and it's the same shape, just shrunken down of the 10mm English cut.
That is true. Just the itty bitty baby version.
Well, Nealay, how do you that's for sure? So,
what do you say, Nealay?
You definitely need variety of sizes to work with, so that's, I think, a great addition.
Yeah, it's always important to us in the box to make sure we have some good spacer options, some nice focal options. We like to give as much of a balance as possible when curating a box. And then our last 2 strandeds are kind of a little set together. We've got fire polished faceted rounds, and we just fell in love with this clear with a gold inside, a gold lining. That we had to get it in 2 sizes. So we got a 50-piece strand of 4mm and a 15-piece strand of the 8mm.
So fabulous.
I love these so much. I don't know if they're my favorite or not.
I was about to say, I think they're one of my favorites. Like they are just so striking and like
they really are. I mean, it looks expensive to me.
Yes,
especially. It's just so
absolutely.
well made, and like the coloring on the inside is just so vivid, and I don't know, it adds that little sparkle that really works well in juxtaposition to the wood.
Absolutely. All right, let's take our alphabet moment and do some more greens. We've got our
Oh yeah,
checkout
let's do it.
turbine, and the bead trade is here for the greens too. All right, let's
Oh yeah.
Me too.
We've got some 11 by 13 millimeter green silk turbines. You get a 4-piece set. This is a specialty cut, and I think they're so pretty.
Oh, I
know,
mean,
they
that green
are
mix in there.
gorgeous. This reminds me
Gosh.
of like the 1950s holiday ornaments where you get that sort of that fennel shape almost. I don't know. That's just
Like
it.
a
Definitely screams
funnel?
what's the period that we're in, mid-century?
They have such nice decoration to them too.
Mhm.
Like the carvings on the side, just I like. There's always a little extra attention to detail in mid-century
Yeah.
design. It's very sleek, but there's always something extra.
Yeah, it's not boring.
just a box. Like
Yeah.
the table legs might be at an angle and have like a kind of a slight tapering to them. There's always a little extra touch.
Yeah.
We've
It's
got,
all very intentional too.
which is
Yes.
very Nealay in my eyes.
Yeah.
We've got our agate next. It is a beautiful dyed green agate in a star cut, which is kind of the gem equivalent to an English cut. These come in at 9.5 millimeters, and you get a lovely 6-piece set to design with here.
I think that's my
Fabulous.
second favorite.
Ooh.
What about those calls to you?
I think it's because it's that sort of milky color. And I love the look and feel of stone in general. But the color here is just so different from the rest of the palette. It's not leaning heavily into that dark, rich emerald green either. So I think between that and also the variation of the colors within the stone beads, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it felt
It starts
important
to bring in
have,
some of those lighter elements.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it felt important to have a couple green stones. So this, I believe, that rounds out our stones. It's a
Oh no! You're missing the most important stone.
Oh
That's
my gosh,
coming later.
Wow,
How would you forget?
We have so many stones and wood elements. You want to just
Yeah.
jump to it, or you want me to keep going?
Okay, I mean, no, we can jump to it. It's so. I mean, this is my favorite bead in the box.
Oh my gosh,
I
let's see
was gonna say save it to the end.
No, we're going for
Too
it.
late.
I can't stop myself.
This
Yeah,
is our
this is pretty
Bobbin
awesome.
Jasper square pendant. It is front drilled around 35 millimeters, and you get one pendant here. These were custom cut for us for the
my
box. I
God.
sent Nealay some options. Like, we could do this shape, we could do this shape. He's like, we have to do the squares.
You were so right, Nealay. So right.
I know I was a little bit hesitant, but I think it was because it was my choice and I didn't really care at that point. But hopefully, hopefully the square will be easy to integrate for our creators out there.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
You should look up the kind of the story of the stone. It's like it's formed so long ago and has some really interesting stories and like theories of how it formed. I really recommend checking it out.
And I love that everyone's. Oh yeah, I love that everyone's pendant is going to be unique because like this is a natural stone. So like the color and variation, like some will have more black, some more green, and just the textures. Like everyone's piece. You know, you're all using the same box, but this is a way that like everyone's piece is going to look unique.
Totally.
Yeah.
Our next item is a new shape for the box. It is our mosaic oval, custom done for us in the Czech Republic. Look at that.
Oh
This is
yeah.
my third favorite thing in here.
Such a good choice.
Why is this one for you, Nealay?
I love the shape. I love the lean into the wood. Well, I guess the striations kind of remind me of like a wood pattern almost,
Yeah.
like branches or something. And to me, that's kind of what makes it mid-century. But I also just love the shape because it is quite masculine and I'm gonna make a bracelet with it later.
Yeah, it's like, there we go. It belongs right here.
Yeah, this one's real
Exactly.
lengthwise. I think there's a lot of possibility for it.
Yeah, and everyone's is a little bit different, like what shade of green they have, whether they have a silver or a gold
Ooh.
wash. So here's showing you some of the variety that you might
Those are
see
so
in your
pretty.
box.
The
I know
silver
this one's beautiful
pretty.
as well. Like I kind of can't decide what I like more.
It's also perfect because it's a mixed metal box. Like I love that even the boxes have some mixing of metals.
You got it.
So we're gonna go to our check glass lacy coin next. They are 13 millimeters. You get 5 mixed pieces. This is the first time we've done this with this shape. I believe each piece is a different color and finish.
Yeah, I think for almost everyone, it's 5 unique pieces like that are so cool. Like I'm obsessed with how this mix came out. Like,
was this because we couldn't
go
decide
together.
on which color to go with?
Yeah, exactly. It's just let's do them all. It's more special that way sometimes.
There's sometimes some opportunities with certain items that we can do more of a mix, variety versus a single thing. It's always a variety of factors, and just like I love how this one worked out because they all work so cohesively together.
Yeah,
even though like some have silver, some have
easily.
Even though some have silver, you're fine. Some have gold. Like it just adds to that mixed metal feel.
Mm-hmm.
I'll add those right there. And I also like that the ornateness, of these pieces go together as well.
Yes,
we've got a mixed bag next of geometric shapes that we chose for the box. So you've got 2 pieces of long diamonds, a beautiful silky green, and then a crystal AB, I want to say. Crystal?
Just clear crystal. Just classic.
And then mixed with it, we have a new shape, our Geo Oval. We did 2 pairs of those because you got to have your green and then also some of your warm wooden tones as well. So it ended up being
a unique shape.
A nice little variety to play with there. You can make a couple layers of earrings, have a couple pendants. I think there's a lot there.
You know, that green would match great with the malachite wood beads. I'm looking at it.
That silky green.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
We got more fire polish next. We have check glass fire polish passed around in our emerald mix. The smaller ones are 8 millimeter, and then the biggest one is 14 millimeter, and you get 10 total pieces in this baggie.
I'm so curious what people do with these large fire polish. Like that's kind of unique that we've gotten them. What was the size again?
14 millimeters.
14 millimeters.
Wonderfulness.
It's quite a chonker.
Yeah.
I'm someone who's personally obsessed with large fire polish because I see them as like part of a long, like flowing necklace is part of the centerpiece. But they're also, you could also convince me to use that in an earring too.
Yeah, it does feel very heavy. I wonder, because I can also see Sam's point of like, this would look great with like a Y style or like a divider for a Y style necklace. That you have like a thinner chain maybe going down below it, and then you kind of split it in there.
Absolutely. I know it wants to like have like a whole like fringe or something coming off of it.
Mm-hmm.
We've got our check glass pear brios next. Green opal Picasso luster. And so that's the first pair. That's our green opal with the Picasso luster. But we did yet another pair. You can make so many earrings from this box. You also have table cut drops there. So they're table cut on one side, revealing that jet black base, and they have a bronze finish.
Yeah, this set was my 4th favorite. I'm keeping a track here.
I love this. No, I love it.
There's so many possibilities for these drops, and I think I'm just in love with how the color worked out for the lighter, the lighter pair there, the blue and the green. So pretty.
All right, we're in our last 5 beads. We've got our check glass pebble chips, starting with in green Picasso luster, 5 millimeters, about 60 pieces, lots of spacers to go around in this baggie.
Spacers that are a little more unique, a little more free form, kind of unexpected.
I personally have always liked this green luster finish because it has some of the warm tone in it. Kind of blends the two sides of this box really nicely.
You know what's funny about those is that mid-century design was also inspired by space age design and aesthetic. And so with the triangles and stuff, it's very much, reminiscent of that.
Oh, that's super cool. We've got our check. Oh, another new shape is next.
More-
Our check glass twist brio.
Okay. Here we go.
And
I'm
these
all
ones,
caught up now.
this is one we truly couldn't pick, and it ends up becoming one of our inspirations to doing the multi-metal metallic finishes. So we did a hematite finish as well as a bronze finish, and then they work so nicely together.
They really do.
Yeah, talk about leaning into the space age. This was, I think, very quintessential to that, and it just is very intergalactic looking. I love it.
Those are 16 millimeters long, and they are actually one of our top drilled selections going along with those pair brios we were looking at. And that brings us into those more pairs that Rachel had. You all can make so many earrings in the box. We've got our check glass earring pairs starting with the Art Deco fan, which is the one on the right there.
Oh my God, this combo is fabulous. The Picasso, I'm obsessed.
And to go with, we also have a pair of faceted long drops as well, which are just a cool fire polish specialty as that is like so sparkly.
Oh, it's a very special bead with that long facet along the edges. And that bronze as well. Oh, and this one I think does vary. Some folks have a bronze version, some have a Picasso version. So a lot of pretty options.
Wow. Do you have room for more beads, Rachel? I've got two more for you.
I don't know. All right, let's fit them in.
I got check glass hexagons, jet black with silver triangles. Oh my gosh. This is, I was so excited when we found these beads. Look how cool they are, y'all.
So cool.
They're like, I just didn't even know these sorts of beads existed. And they're in a hexagon. Like, there's just so much uniqueness about this bead. I just got me so excited.
Yeah, they're super pretty. I love that they're silver too, because it adds a little bit of contrast and it'll go well with the other silver pieces in the kit.
And that brings us to
are those meant to be together?
Yes. Our last bead of the box is our check glass hex rondelle in
a new shape to the box.
Oh wow, yeah, true. And this is that same hematite finish that you saw on those twist drops. They are 8 millimeters, 3 millimeters thick, and they're drilled more like a Hishi rondelle because they're drilled in the center. So they stack up really nicely to give you some cool texture. So you've seen Hishis, you've seen square Hishis, but have you seen hex? Almost like a hex Hishi.
Yeah. It kind of feels like you grab these from it almost feels like you grab these from the hardware store. Like they have that kind of hardware industrial look to them. It's very cool.
They do. I love that. That's going to make an excellent spacer. For sure.
I'm very excited to see where you incorporate those, Nealay.
Yes.
I thought you were going to ask where I'm going to fit them on this board.
Well, that's true. We're running out of room.
We found a spot. We did it.
Talk about a lot of beads. That is,
oh
folks,
my gosh,
our mid-century style Sam's Bead Box for September 2023.
That is so special.
This is like the best charcuterie bead board I've ever seen.
I know. Don't ever make me charcuterie again. Just give me bead charcuterie.
Just want to start playing.
I know.
So go ahead.
I know. What did Nealay do?
Nealay, can we see some of the upcoming projects that you've already designed?
Yeah, I have the 2 projects that I intend to teach. Let me flip my camera around real quick here.
Yeah, so you've already got some inspiration for you for some things you can make, and that will be we'll teach you how to make next week.
So I put together a quick little necklace and using half of the pipe chain that's included in the bead box, and then just layering some beads together. And a very neat trick of what you can do with one of the decorative beads So if you were intending to make earrings out of this pair, don't worry, you can make at least 75 more pairs of earrings from the with all the different.
Yeah.
But this just seemed to work very well with the look that I was going for here. And then I just incorporated the wood and of course that expensive looking check glass beads and the biomorphic spacers
The little pebbles, yeah.
this design. So you'll need some beading wire and some crimps, and I think that's really about it. And then you'll need a large jump ring, but I'm going to show you how to do that in person in case you don't have, large jump rings laying around. But you can also use beading wire because I know you'll have like an entire spool of it and some extra beads around as the bail. But I'll show you guys how to do that again in person just for some extra alternative methods on how to put this together. Very easy, very cute, and very much.
I think I'm somehow only just realizing that you glued that front deco piece. I love when you incorporate glue. You always surprise me.
You gave away my secret, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Class is
I was looking for the head pin too.
What were you going to say, cool.
Sam? I was looking for the head pin too. I was like, oh, Nealay glued that. That's kind of fun.
I like gluing things, but it's also the wood. So that the glue is gonna like hold pretty well against that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, now that the magician's secret is out, earring.
Oh my
wow.
goodness.
So again, this incorporates let me see if I can move it up close here. A larger jump ring, but we can hand make this with just 20 or 18 gauge wire. And then you'll need just some 24 gauge wire for the rest of putting this together and a head pin. It's super easy, but it follows that principle of, paying attention and being intentional with the shapes and just playing with the different geometric layouts as well. So and then you can use up the rest of the pipe chain and the open cord ends with this design. So
folks might be wondering why there were 6 of the cord ends in the box, and that's because we were envisioning that the 1 foot of pipe chain could be divided 2 pieces for a necklace, 4 pieces for earrings, and so that's why we did the 6 pieces, because you have enough to make these 2 projects. And if you want to get more of the pipe chain, and we'll show you some more colors of pipe chain in just a moment, and more cord ends, you can as well, of course. And just see everything Nealay sells for SilverSilk. You can get that on his website as well. He carries so many beautiful knitted wire items.
Yeah, if you're really curious about SilverSilk, this is a great gate. Like Sam's bead box is a gateway for SilverSilk. But there are 7 other different types of knitted wire chains that I carry, and pipe chain is just one of the 8 lines that we've, at least for you guys that we've worked on together. And then there's definitely more SilverSilk to explore, and it works so beautifully according to our designers that are in the Sam's, gem chat or the Silkies group that have mixed the beads with the other chains. And it is so inspiring. I mean, I can't even find the words to like come up with for how inspirational the other folks are with their designs.
I can't wait to see how everyone decides to use their pipe chain from this box.
And I really hope folks discover SilverSilk through this box.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Nealay has a wealth of knowledge and a library of knowledge that you can find on his YouTube channel. If you go to the SilverSilk, is it SilverSilk and More YouTube channel, or just SilverSilk?
Yeah. You got it right. It's SilverSilk and More for both the YouTube channel as well as Instagram. Although I'm a little bit more lax on the Instagram. I'm not so good at keeping up with it, but I do share a lot of stuff on the the stories, just from customer creations and stuff that inspires me. So it's a way to just sort of follow me live.
And I just love seeing all the projects you come up with. And Nealay is designed with so many months of Sam's bead boxes too. So you can just check out a whole history of ways that Nealay puts the different elements together. So Rachel actually has some more pipe chain right
Look
here.
at this board here.
And flat mesh.
Yeah, so
Wow,
if you
talk about a
love
Nealay surprise.
look at this. Well, I mean, Nealay literally hand, crafted
Oops,
these
sorry, I
pieces.
clicked the wrong button. 1 second.
Oh, good. So if you are in love with the golden brown pipe chain that was in the box, you can grab 3 feet more of it, these 3 feet packs from the shop, available on the website now. This was definitely our favorite combo, so that's why we had to make sure everyone got it. Just love that combination. But we came up with some other ones that look great with this box and we love as well. So this one would be a green wire on the same type of brown tube. So kind of bringing in the green and the brown kind of wood elements together. Look at that.
So pretty.
And then the last one's really unique. We did an antique brass wire on a black pipe chain, and it has this I don't know, kind of dark little grungy style, but very sophisticated look to it.
We'll call it industrial.
Yeah, there we go. I like that's a bit. There we go. I couldn't quite get the style.
These are all limited edition runs of colors. So you'll
Mhm.
see Nealay carries some standard colors on his website. And then at Sam's Bead Shop, we carry some more limited edition runs of these custom color combos. So if you're interested in these, you can get these directly from Sam's Bead Shop, courtesy of Nealay.
Yeah, these
And-
colors are directly tied to the this color palette is tied to the mid-century box, but the other color combinations are very specific and tailored for your other themes.
Yeah, and they also hold up really nicely. We just have all these cool color combinations that if you're looking for more inspiration, it's cool to see what
More
other
is
colors
more.
we come up with.
Buy all the things.
And then the other
we did
silver
flat mesh as well. Will you tell us about
this
the
is
flat mesh, Nealay?
Yeah, flat mesh is made by using 8 latch hook needles that essentially knit a wire that's as thin as human hair into a single, we'll call it a sock. So it's a round tubing. And then that sock goes through a second apparatus that I invented. And what it does is it's 2 rollers that flatten the mesh as it comes out of the machine. So the reason it's using 8 needles, because the pipe chain uses 6, is that the needles are the stitching is more compressed. So you get a very dense chain, and it's free flowing. You can cut it; it doesn't fray, and it's just the most exquisite. It will really elevate. I mean, Sans beads and everything that you get in the bead boxes already quite special, but this is sort of the cherry on top, I think.
Absolutely. It has such a ribbon-like feel to it. It feels like a really strong ribbon.
Yes. Yeah, there's no stretching. So I've been asked that before if it stretches, and the answer is no, it does not stretch. It stays like this the rest of its life. And then the wire on top of that is also tarnish resistant. So yeah, it really does kind of uphold well over time.
And so Rachel's got all the colors for this month. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so we've got 2 combos. One, you can grab a pack that's our kind of mixed metal pack with the gold and the hematite together.
Cool.
So you got your bright gold and then your darker hematite. Whether you want to use them together in a design or separate is up to you. And then we also did a combo with green and antique brass together. I love how this one got rolled up. I wonder, Jesse might have rolled this one up after he photographed it. I know it's like a little donut.
It is cute. It looks very much like a wreath.
Yeah, there we go. You've got the words for me today. And then we also, beading wire is it's a great thing to put through your pipe chain to help create a design. It's also something that can be fun to show off on its own in a design. So we have a trio of beautiful soft flex colors. We have the fluorite. These are all the medium size. So we've got in our green is that fluorite tone, and then we have 2 of their metallics. So these are from their metallic flex line, and you have both the antique brass as well as the champagne for the gold tone. So again, mixed metals and our pop of green. That's what this box is all about.
Whenever you guys talk to Sarah Ayler from Softflex next, ask her what my favorite color of Softflex wire is.
I already know. I watch when you two go live together. I just listen to you guys talk about fluorite every single time.
It's the color everyone should have no matter what.
Yeah, that one was a no-brainer in this trio.
And the champagne. The champagne is actually my other top favorite. So bravo for grabbing the ones that I love.
Nice.
We pay attention, Nealay.
And then I went kind of full out with the seed beads this month. I think I was just really feeling these colors. So I have I don't even know how 10 things to show you. So let's go. First up, we have Delica mixes. I think usually we've done these as palettes, but this time we decided to come up with some custom mixes. So all of these mixes have kind of bring in the browns, the golds, the different shades of green in the box. So this is the 8.0 size of Miyuki Delicas. They're a great bead, very uniform shape. And then this one is in the 11.0 size of Miyuki Delicas.
Yeah, all these items that we're showing now, we call our design elements. They're things that don't come in the bead box, but things you can now purchase to complement your bead box. So all that SilverSilk we showed, the Softflex, and now these seed beads, they're all available for purchase on our website if you're interested in any of these at sansbeadshop.com or on the Sansbead Shop app.
And then we have some Miyuki rounds, and I decided to get all the sizes, starting from the largest size, our 6.0s, for the folks who like using the larger seed beads. Then we go to the 8.0 size, right there. The gold here has and this one has a little bit of an AB to it as well. So it's got some flash. We have some green iris in here, is super special. Then we have
many mixes, Rachel. I love all these.
I
know. I went for it. I was like,
break out my needle and thread. I mean,
yeah.
Come on, look at this delicious stuff.
I even got the 15.0 size of Miyuki rounds this month, so I wanted the full spectrum. I'm so curious what people. Yeah, and then so obviously we had a lot of metallic tones in the box. One of them was bronze. And I just wanted to give bronze its own moment. And I think it pairs so well. And I know Sam loves a metallic spacer, so he will be using these. We have in 4 sizes. We have dark metallic bronze Miyuki round seed beads. This is the 6.0 size.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that fabulous? They needed to be all by themselves.
Yes.
So that's the 6.0. Then we have the 8.0 size. So grab whichever sizes you want. Then we have the 11.0 size.
Oh my God. I just love the sound of the beads make. I feel like you're really leaning into the ASMR, and I'm about to beads in a soothing evening here.
Just listen to the bead.
Oh, that's so pretty. Do those have
I mixed it up. Yeah, these are a 10.0 size of... Yeah, these are also Miyukis, and they're in the twist hex style cut. So they're like a hex design, a 6-sided bead. I think. Yeah, I can see sort of that 6 side, but then they also added a twist to it to give it all the flair. So
very cool.
Very pretty. Cool. What a great contrast with the other finishes too.
Lots of good choices.
Mm-hmm. Wow, so we've got SilverSilk, we've got seed beads, we've got Softflex. There is no shortage.
You guys got all the different things. I mean, I don't know if we're missing anything.
I went for it.
Really
so yeah,
good.
And if you love the beads themselves, you can grab your own box. We still, as of today, we have we have a good amount of the boxes if you want to grab one before they are gone. And you can still get it for a pretty good price for the whole box of all the goodies. Or if there's certain ones that you love, really love, that you want to grab 1, 2, 3 or more of, you can head on over and grab the specific ones that you love. I'm sure some people are going to get more.
Yeah, let's just order 10 of those.
Yeah. You might want to, this is only an 8-piece strand. You might want a few.
At least 7 more of those strands, please.
Yeah, I really hope that brings folks into this month, because a lot of work goes into getting us to this point. And now that folks finally have the box in hand, like now it's time to start making. That's why we have lots of classes scheduled. We have 2 classes with Nealay scheduled. We always do a class with Sarah. That'll be this Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And then we have the 2 classes with Nealay. Those times are on the link below. Basically, go to the link below for the extras, the add-on, these add-on design elements, class times. Like we have the whole shebang is at that link below. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, because between Nealay and Sarah, we have 3 classes next week using this box, which is fabulous.
Oh, wow. They're all in 1 week. That's fun.
You're going to learn so much.
Yeah, it's like if you've been enjoying the Customer Appreciation Week with Softflex this week, we got 3 more classes next week.
Yeah.
The fun does not have to die.
Yeah. If you're watching this live, it's now about 10 a.m. Pacific. In 1 hour, I'll be live with Sarah I actually don't know who I'm live with. I'm live with one of the lovely folks.
It'll be probably Sarah or Kristen or both.
Probably Sarah Ayler.
Either way, it can't go wrong. So if you can join in 1 hour, I'll be teaching using our Gemmy kit, and then Nealay is going to be 2 hours later at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then 2 hours after that starts is at 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern is the after party. So starting with this, you can have me for an hour, Nealay for an hour, and then you can join the after party. So it is
or we might scare you away. Who knows?
Yeah. This is possible.
It's a live show. Anything can happen.
It won't happen. All righty. That is our September Bead box. Nealay, I just want to thank you so much. It was such a joy to get to collaborate with you on this box. And thank you for bringing your design eye and love of craft and just everything. I think you made this box just so, so special.
Well, thank you guys. It's an honor to be chosen for this amazing, incredible opportunity, and great collaborators. And the design eye isn't just on the one side. It took a village to make this magic happen, and you guys are equal to the credit of how successful this box is.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Very, very kind.
And shout out to Rachel for just all of her coordination to make sure all the beads arrive on time and get bagged and quality.
Yeah, I get her emails like very on time, and I'm super impressed.
I know we got this box. Thank you. We always ship by the 10th every month, or around the 10th, and I think we got it out like 3 or 4 days early this month. So that's always a win in my book.
Yeah, Rachel was pushing on this month. It takes the whole village at the shop just to get the box assembled. So huge thank you to everyone at the shop and Nealay and now everyone. I hope you just have such a blast designing with the box. I think that's all from us for today. So
bye, everyone.
Join us next Wednesday and Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, our classes. We're supposed to talk about the class.
Yeah. There are more details.
Wednesday at I forget what time now.
Wednesday is at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and then next Friday is 2:30 p.m. Pacific, 5:30 Eastern. So we've got 2
This is why we rely heavily on Rachel for all of the
I try my best.
Yeah, but all of that is at the link below. And then the Softflex starts in about an hour. And then Nealay's is 2 hours later. So lots to enjoy today. We'll see you all very, very soon indeed.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.